Hello my dear friends, let's speak about dating again, and today's video will be mainly for the girls, but guys can also use this information as well. So let's speak about hookups, no strings attached, casual sex, because nowadays it seems like super popular stuff, and I just wanted like to warn you about something. I believe that it's an absolute death zone for the woman, and I'm gonna tell you why. When the woman is actually going for the date, deep inside she's always looking for the man who can be her prince charming, man of her life. And she's going for the date, and guy seems like a nice person, like an elegant man, cultured, with good manners, and all of a sudden he says something like this: well, previously I had this like a terrible relationship, I just got divorced, and my ex just broke my heart, and I'm not looking for anything right now, anything serious. I would just rather to have like a casual sex. And the woman probably sometimes gets surprised a little bit, but later on she starts thinking like, oh, it's kind of gender equality and stuff. Why not is just to go with this guy and just have fun with him, which is totally cool. But if you're doing it over and over again, you're getting into this like a swirl of events, and you're actually losing your self-esteem and their self-respect. And gender equality, if we're talking about sex, if we're talking about personal relationship, it's an absolute trap. I'm a former owner of a business myself, and I respect women who can provide for themselves, who can take care of their families, who are actually always looking for development, for self evolvement. However, this is a trap, and I'm telling you why. When the guy is actually saying casual sex, he is implying that he's absolutely not interested in you, and at this exact moment he can give up on some juicy steak. I'm talking about some high value woman, and just can't take this hot dog and just have this cheap snack instead. This way he's just showing you that you are not important for him, and when you're saying yes to this, you are actually signing up for this trash, for this like a fishy connection. I cannot even call it a relationship. And some women even get into other trap, which is like something like, oh my gosh, this guy is so cool, I'm just gonna convince him to be my boyfriend. I'm gonna put my sexy lingerie on and just gonna show him all this like a sexy positions what I saw in like porn. I'm gonna please him. He'll see how feminine I am, how beautiful. Then later on he'll find out how intelligent I am, etc., etc., and then he's gonna fall in love with me. But in reality, it occurs very, very rarely. I'm not saying that it's absolutely not happening, and I'm sure some girls can share some stories, but 99% it usually goes the other way. Because in the morning this guy doesn't take you for breakfast. Maybe he would do it, but it will be kind of like a friendly thing. It's not going to be something romantic. And later on he first of all, he wasn't like really attracted to you, and when he gets up in the morning, he's already sober. He can see you in the daylight, and only in some like a romantic comedies they see that this is a woman of his dream. It's not true. At the first place he didn't like you, and then it's not when he had sex with you, your stocks will actually go down. Only the sex is only appreciated as when it's going between two people who actually like each other, at least. And the most desirable, the most incredible woman is the one who has actually this ability to select, to pick people, and she's not gonna put herself in this situation when she actually says yes to something smaller than this. If she's able to actually pick the guy and she has high standards at the same time, she is the most desired. And the sex with this type of girl is actually the best for the man. And it's not occurring because she has some amazing beauty or she's some type of like a celebrity. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about just this amazing self-respect and dignity that she has, and she is valuing her time, her beauty, first of all herself. And that's why she's able to actually vibrate to the world and attract those guys. And even if the guy wasn't really attracted to her and she says no, she always keeps this self-respect, and she just walks away. And later on, she'll get an opportunity to meet someone who appreciates her much, much, much more. And one of the rules, what I would tell you guys, if you opening up to people, I'm talking about friendship, I'm talking about intimacy, you have to pick the people who actually appreciate you, they like you a lot. If you already see in the eyes of that friend, kind of a friend, of this guy, that they don't like you, you mean nothing to them, you never, never, never open up to them. And I'm talking about sharing the emotions, telling them that you love them, or you sharing the bed. You don't do it, because this way you actually losing your energy. And later on, even though some girls say something like, I don't really care what people think about me, I was just using his body, his whatever. No, your memory, mental and physical, still gets it that this guy was kind of looking at you with this condescendence in the morning. He didn't treat you the way you wanted, and it all stays in your mind. It all stays in your mind, and gradually your self-image, I'm talking about all of these beliefs that you have about yourself, they're gonna be just not as these self-beliefs will be just generating a different picture of you in your own mind, and your self-image will be kind of shrinking. You will look at yourself in the mirror like you are someone who doesn't deserve too much of attention, who doesn't need a proper courtship from the guy. And you're gonna generate this vibration. Yes, I'm the woman who's kind of low maintenance, who is someone who doesn't like need some special man, who can sleep with whoever. And you can say something like this: oh my gosh, I just went to Florida, I had fun, I slept with 5 guys and now I'm coming back home. But if those guys didn't treat you the way you wanted, it's gonna reflect on your life. And then later on, we see the girls like this walking on the street, and then like extremely short skirts, and like a very low cut. They look kind of almost vulgar. And these guys, usually guys see something like this and they say something like, she's super desperate, because she's already having this like not the most flattering self-image, and she has to prove herself that someone wants her, and she is lowering her standards. And instead of actually being lady, instead of actually being someone like who is like someone incredible, she is just acting like someone who is like so easy to get. And the good news that even if you were for some reason got into this type of situation, you can always kind of grow your self-confidence back. It's really, really up to you and your behavior, because our um, our nervous system, our psychology is kind of changing all the time. It's a dynamic structure, and we can improve it. We can improve it, like our own health. If we, for example, don't take care of ourselves, we like gaining weight, we got a lot of pimples and stuff. But if we start eating healthy, going to gym, later on, like in 3 months, we see like that we're back to normal. So what another thing that can happen to you, something really bad, I'm talking about love addiction. So love addiction occurs when you are actually falling in love with someone who is looking at you like you mean nothing to them, and you're in love. And this is not like a mutual love, obviously, and you become addicted to this person, because he's like looking down at you and you looking actually up, and you think like, wow, he's a god. And when you having this hunger for love, when you're craving love, attention, like just a little touch can generate some amazing sensations in your body. And same thing is happening with your heart. And this is the worst thing can happen to the guy or to the girl when you not appreciated and you're in love and you're having sex with that person, and sex becomes like something narcotic, because you feel like it's the last sex in your life. And I'm sure some of you girls or guys experience something like this. So when you're dumping, when you lowering your price a lot, you have a huge danger to get into this love addiction. Because sometimes people think like, oh my gosh, it was the most amazing passion, it was like the most, like the craziest sex in my life, but this person doesn't call you back, or they call you when they drunk, and you just run into this person. And I've seen it many times, like girls, especially girls, are losing themselves. For the guys, it works a little bit softer. I'm gonna explain you why maybe in my next video. They have another death zone, and I would share it with you probably. So yeah, be aware of this as well, and don't get yourself in this like a weak state. If you need help of the specialist, always go, because you can change everything. Let me just double check if I told you everything. Okay. So I just wanted, I don't remember if I told you this, guys, or not, but the most desired woman is the one who is extremely selective and who is wanted at the same time. This gives this amazing formula of a woman of women's ability being attractive. Thank you so much for your attention. I'm so happy to talk to you guys again. I wish you have a nice day or night, and I'll see you in my next video.